This is very quick. This is very, very quick. This wasn't supposed to... I found out about this 3 minutes ago. And I've had a quick look through some of the videos, some of the key points. But this is big. Really, really big. We have... This is the only image that we've got, and it's concept art for the game. I don't even know if it's in development. But from what I don't even know like the lines. But this is really cool. So the only Battlefield I played two. I played Battlefield 4022 or whatever it is, 2042. I think that sounds about right. Where is it? 2042. I played that, and I played that on Game Pass on Xbox and whatever, and I played it back on Steam here as well. And then I played Battlefield 1. And I enjoyed Battlefield 1, but the servers weren't very good. Didn't get many people on the game. And Battlefield 2042, I stopped because of all the complaining from other people, and I enjoyed it a little bit, but people were not necessarily overly happy with that game. And these days, I mean, there's a lot of people on the maps. A lot of people on the maps in Battlefield 2042, and I think that made, for me, possibly a bit too congested, if that makes a bit of sense. So I didn't play much of it in total. I reckon if I was to give a number, 10 hours. It's not much. I'll play with some friends, I'll play by myself a little bit, and then uninstall, and I'm not coming back. It's one of those games. But I really liked the franchise. I like watching Battlefield a lot as well, and I never made Battlefield content. So that's sort of my experience with Battlefield as well. And I really, really like the game. And I was always said to myself that if the new one comes out, I'll cover it. And here we go. This is at 4:30 a.m. this morning. This is out of nowhere. Like, this is really, really cool. So yeah, IGN have confirmed this, I guess. Caraville, for the first time, confirmed that Battlefield will be returning to a modern setting after stints in World War. So this is going to be sort of our kind of day, or futuristic kind of war, which I think is super cool, personally. Like, World War II gunplay or World War gunplay, like, obviously it's a very historic sort of setting for you to go and play in. And, you know, it can be kind of fun. It's, for me, older setting is harder to play for me because I don't like the gunplay, and then also just in terms of it's a World War and it's sort of meant to be a little bit more like World War, and sometimes I don't like playing that. But if it's more futuristic, I'm very excited. Futuristic to a modern day. Comes over here to say that it's going to try and go back to basics at one point, I believe they say in this around in here somewhere. Where they talk about going back to sort of the beauty era of Battlefield 3, 2, or Battlefield more 3 and 4. And they're going to go back to 64-player game modes, I think it said. Where did that say? Instead of the 128, 128 player did make it more fun. For me, more players is really fun. In iRacing, I'd always love to have, 30 car, 60 car races, like, Enduros or whatever. I enjoyed that more than racing with 11 cars, or 6 as the bare minimum to be classified in a competitive race. But 128 is a lot. I personally found it slightly difficult to play through the whole thing. And there's people everywhere, and there's people doing this, and there's people doing that. I found it very, very difficult to play, and for me, new to the series, that was a lot. A lot of players. So, Battlefield, apparently, I watched the video, and here it is. I watched a video from Jack Frags, I believe his name is, and I watched a lot of his stuff, but I went through and I looked through a lot of it and got some of the key points, and then I went through and I read very quickly through this. And I wanted to make my own video on this because it's a game I'm going to cover on this channel when it comes out. And I assume that it will be out late next year. But let me put it this way. No game should release late next year. If Battlefield wants to come out in terms of a release date, like, I don't know if there's even been any sort of speculation on when the release date's going to be for this game. I want it mid next year if GTA 6 is coming out late next year. But I'd almost say, if you can, make it sort of 4th of next year. Like, really, let's have a look at the dates. November, December, January, February, March. Let's say we can have it like mid-April. But this is only concept. So realistically, that's a 6-month turnaround. And that feels rushed if they haven't actually got any gameplay coming out of the game. But games turn around quick this year, unless it's called GTA 6. That takes a long time to come out, which I will be covering on this channel as well. Yeah, look, I want to play it a lot. So this is something that I'm just going to talk about a little bit more about the content in the game. I don't want to be too long here. This is going to be pretty quick and rushed as I'm posting 2 videos today, guys. So, man, that's pretty cool. Somewhere here it says, and this is more from the video, I could actually find the exact line where they talk about air-to-air combat, but it's going to be air-to-air combat, and I don't know if they call it dynamic weather, but natural disasters in terms of, like, you'll see it up here, fire, that's a fire, and there's a fire, there's a ship over there, I guess is what he was pointing out, the helicopters, so air-to-air combat with choppers. Man, for me, like, I'm looking directly at Mr. Probot when he watches this video. Imagine us on the frickin' chopper, shooting out in Battlefield sometime next year. Mate, I know he's not a big fan of COD, but Battlefield is a very awesome franchise, and for some people, a little bit more fun. I'm a COD boy, but I'm very excited to play Battlefield. So air-to-air combat, dynamic weather in a way with fires and natural disasters. I do believe they mentioned like tornadoes at one point, but don't quote me on that. That could be very, very wrong. But yeah, back to 64 players per map as the player cap. Which, guys, that's a lot. That's very, very cool. Like, that Battlefield is a very, very cool game. It's unique. And they often do it well. Not looking up here. They often do it well. And I think just the fact that we're getting one, we need to be excited, because 2042 was not my favorite game I've ever played. I should go back and play it. Should we go back and play it, guys, for a video? That might not be a bad idea. But yeah, I guess that is sort of all I got to say. It's gonna be air combat, lots of fire. It's here. I don't even know what to say. I'm just sort of wanted to make my own sort of thoughts on it, because I don't know what to say. Just out of nowhere. At 4:30 this morning, which I guess is in the evening for America, that they just managed to get this up. That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments how excited you are for this. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm always accidentally critiquing stuff. I'm always accidentally critiquing stuff when like before games are released, but I try not to do this with Warzone and with Battlefield, and try not to do it anymore. I'm just doing things as they sort of come out. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. I'm just gonna end it here, because I don't know what to say. This has just come out of nowhere, and I thought making a short video. I'm not even trying to compete with this video. I might put this in the description, otherwise. You know where it is. Subscribe to him. Get that noties on. Put them noties on right now. Anyway, guys. Appreciate you so much for watching. Come back next time for more. I'll see you then. Can't wait to see you guys in Battlefield. Maybe we'll go back and play Battlefield 2042. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Come back next time for more. I'll see you then. Goodbye.